Hello, fellow Herders of the Blue, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to what I think is a very interesting video. You see, since I finished recording my previous video, I've had these rainbow archers staring at me on my desk, judging me. But suddenly, I had an idea. While doing my Zero Skill series of videos, I've had so much fun experimenting with different colors like green for red or pink for yellow. It's been amazing and a great practical lesson on color theory. So this is what I want to know. What effect does each of the different undercolors have on the final result of the slap chop? It's obvious that some won't have much effect, like the brown or the sepia, but what about the green or the purple or the blue? Well, there's only one way to find out. Obviously, the starting point of the archers is directly after the previous video. Just a single coat of the two thin coat washes over a white primer, and the only thing I'm going to do is a simple dry brush using white over all of them. With that done, we are ready to start experimenting. But before we start, let me talk to you about this video sponsor, Into the AM. Into the AM is one of my favorite sponsors. First of all, they have been supporting me for a long time, but most importantly, I genuinely use their products all the time. I love these shirts. They are by far my most favorite shirts to wear. I've had these shirts for months now, and I can tell you the print quality is incredible. These shirts have been through many wash cycles, and look at it. It looks brand new. They are super comfortable. The fabric feels premium, and the designs are super cool. Did I mention that they are made with eco-friendly inks? I'm ending my year with Into the AM's new graphic tee drops. These new designs let me express my style with bold and unique art. Choose from one of these 8 new designs and join us who have made this our go-to favorites. Click the link in the description and get a 10% off on these premium made tees. This might be the last collaboration this year, but stay tuned for more Into the AM campaign collaborations next year. I'm looking forward to more amazing clothing and graphical tee designs. And now, let's get cracking. So for my Bretonians, I use a very limited set of express paints and contrast paints for my slap chop. Some of them are really not going to be that interesting, like the browns and stuff like that, so I think I'm just going to showcase the most interesting colors, and I will obviously take pictures of everything and showcase the final result to you at the very end in high resolution pictures so you can peep at every single color. But for the demonstration, I think the most interesting colors are going to be the skin color, because the purple or the blue are going to really mess that out. I'm also interested in the bone color, the white part of the paint job, and obviously the red color. So, although I'm going to apply every single color here, I'm probably just going to film the process of those particular colors, otherwise the video is going to be so long. And I think these are going to be the most interesting ones because they are the most transparent and obviously the ones that are going to have a bigger impact overall. And I don't paint my Bretonians in a standard way. Not every single color goes in the same places in every model. That makes for a more interesting peasant unit, but obviously the skin is going to be all in the same place. And it's going to be interesting to see what the green does. Green has always been used in classical paintings as an undercolor for skin in a verdaccio kind of way. So this is going to be quite cool to see if we found something interesting to paint skin. This is dwarf skin from the Express range. This is usually my go-to skin color, but the Express range has several skin tones we could use. On that side is a little bit greener, obviously, because I couldn't reach with my dry brush there. The shadows look very deep. Let's get that to dry. I'm going to do basically all of the interesting colors. This is the blue, which I did a very heavy dry brush, obviously. Let's see how that works. I think for the blue, the shadows are going to be very desaturated, because that's what blue does. This is going to have very gray shadows. Hopefully going to look pretty cool. I'm going to do the purple. I'm not going to do all of the colors in camera because some of them are just so boring, but I think the purple is going to be interesting. But colors like the browns and stuff like that just are so standard. They're not going to change, especially this color, very much. The purple is to me one of those colors that's going to be the most interesting as an undercolor, because I think it has potential being, you know, sort of in between of a cold and a warm color. You can already see on the shadows there how deep they are, how black they look, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I think this is going to be one that I will probably use more. Very interesting. Let me do this camel green as well, which is probably going to be a less intense version of the Vilchen green equivalent. In that case, I think is orc flesh. This is another of the colors that I think is going to be very interesting to have and to use regularly. I think using this as an undercolor has a lot of potential, because again, it's an in-between color between green and brown, has a little bit of yellow, you know, I think it makes for a interesting shadow color. There you go. I will now do the rest of the skin colors. I think we did the most interesting colors for the showcase, and yeah, I will do the rest and catch you later. The flesh is now done, and I think the most dramatic one is the green for sure. You can really see the green on the shadows. Doesn't look bad, and probably the blue is also very interesting in the sense that it has super desaturated and dark shadows. I think my favorite probably is the purple. I think it makes for quite a cool look. I think the next color should be the bone color. This is going to be quite an impact, especially in colors like the green and stuff like that. For the bone, I'm going to use my mix of 1 part bone, this is back of bones, to 2 parts express medium, because it's meant to be like a dirty white more than a bone color. And obviously all of the colors are going to show massively here. Oh yeah, you can really see the green. But again, I don't really care that much. I don't think it's such a big deal. Let's do the purple now. I just love this model so much. Oh, very interesting interaction between the purple and the bone color. Turning it almost into a black. That makes sense because bone has a lot of yellow in it, and purple is the opposite color. So it's just turning it into a black, essentially. Very cool. Oh, I like this very much. You know, this is color theory being tested on the spot. Okay, let's do this other guy. Again, really cool interaction between the bone and the blue. Just turning into a very super dark color. Oh, I am so pleased with that. Looks amazing. And having blue underneath and it looks so good. Oh my god, that's amazing. So happy with that. That's great. I think I'm going to do the rest of the models now off screen and get back to you when I have them all done. So the bone is now done, and apart from those colors, there are very few others that are interesting. Maybe this camel green, which looks amazing with the bone on top. There you go. Pretty cool. And I also loved the red one. Now a little bit of a shame that I only did one leg, because it adds a really cool warmth to the shadows. I think it looks pretty cool. Same goes for the flesh wash one. Pretty cool effects. But now I'm going to do the red. And for the red, I use a 1-to-1 mix of Blood Angels Reds, Flesh Series Red, and then I think that mixed down with 1 part Express Medium, so that it would be, for this case, 1 part Blood Angels Red, 1 part Flesh Series Red, and 2 parts Express Medium. I use Express so it dries a little bit matter, like the rest of the models. The red should be very interesting over the green. I need to also be very careful around the other details, which are going to be mostly browns, so I don't have a lot of red splashing around in there. the red over the green should make for a super deep shadow, like almost probably just black looking shadow. Very desaturated. We won't be able to really tell until it's fully dry, sadly, in this case, because the red is very intense while wet. And I'm going to move on to the purple. Purple is a notoriously good color to undershade or to shade red with, so I expect a fantastic result here. I love painting like this. It's such an easy way to paint your models. It just makes for such a super easy job compared to just layering down everything. For the blue, which is this one, I'm also going to go for the neck piece. This guy has the full white robe, so just going for the red is going to look great. The colors of my army are obviously red and white. I think on top of all of those, I'm going to do the green here. In this case, I painted half of the coat or robes or whatever this is with white, and I'm going to paint the other one with red, which is again my army colors. I really like this as an undercolor. The necrosis green, or the Athonian camo shade, if you want to talk in GW terms. Oh, such a beautiful undercolor. Looks great. I can imagine myself painting, and I might do this because I want to paint some Skaven, and I might paint them like this with different undercolors and the same colors on top. And I might use this as a reference. So I'm imagining necrosis green, the browns obviously. Oh, I really like the necrosis green. It just, what a deep shadows. As compared to the other green, I think it will make for more pleasant shadows. Just because it's not pure green. Really cool. Okay, let me do the rest. And I will probably just paint all of the other details. I think these colors are the most interesting. So I finished painting all of them, and you can see them here, rotating for your pleasure. And I'm so happy with how they look, and I am also amazed of how little difference there is between the different colors. But there is a difference, and it's subtle and makes for a really cool variation on your units. I highly encourage you, if you have this sort of army that lends itself to this, to try to change the undercolor of your units. It's such a fun experience. Painting the SLAPCHOP is by far the most fun I have painting. It's just quick, fun, super cool, but playing with the other colors was another level of fun. Highly recommended. You may ask which are my least favorite, and that is very easy to guess. It's the green, which doesn't look as green, but you can still see the green on especially on the bone color and on the skin. And also the sepia. These are the two different extremes where the sepia just lacks any kind of personality, and you can't even really see the pre-shading. It's just a waste of time and something I will never do. And the green is just too green. It's just way too much. But that being said, if you would see them side by side on a unit, you wouldn't really care, and I certainly won't. I want to talk about the oddballs here and there, because that's the most interesting bit. This is the purple, which looks incredible. You see, I painted the eyes on the on the guy. I just couldn't help myself. Looks great. Amazed at how good it interacts with the bone color. It just makes for such a natural looking off-white, like a warm white. It's amazing. Like, dude, I'm going to use that for sure on a bone color. I'm probably going to use it on a zero skill Death Guard or something like that, or zero skill bone. It looks amazing. But as much as I wanted to love the purple, this is my favorite one, the necrosis green. The bone looks amazing. The red looks deep and great with nice deep shadows. And even the flesh tone looks incredible with one of the best contrast. And these faces are like not contrasty at all. They are very flatly sculpted. And he looks incredible. Like, what an amazing thing. This is by far my favorite. I think we should also mention the blue because look at it. It doesn't look blue at all. Compared to the green especially, which looks super green, it doesn't look blue. The face looks, yeah, the shadows look very desaturated, but not bad. And even the bone color, it just looks very close to the purple. Just slightly colder, especially under the arm there and stuff like that. It just looks like a great ambient kind of thing. Very reminiscent of the stuff that Craft Wall Studio does. So very interesting undercolor and stuff like that. Very, very cool, the blue. Not my favorite, but really cool. So these are the results. I will leave a link in the description to high-resolution pictures. What can we learn from this whole experiment? Probably nothing. But did we have fun? I certainly did, and now on top of that I have 9 more miniatures painted for my never-ending Bretonnian project. It's a win-win. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget that if you like my videos and want to help me make them, you can follow me on social media. You have the links to all my social media in the description below and in the pinned comment of this video. Share and like this video, but most importantly, there is Patreon and channel members. Patrons and members allow me to do all the cool videos that I want to make, and most importantly, they allow me to keep releasing videos for free here on YouTube. Perks include access to an amazing Discord community full of lovely people, access to many more Patreon exclusive videos, and now private one-on-one tutorings. Help me and join the list of the coolest persons in the planet, including Matt, Diego Gutierrez, Adam Carroll, Jeven Dombrava, Tristan Leonard, Mailbox 2112, Hyde Anderson, Carl Landsberg, Michelle Vorgi, Landy, Betty Ostov, Jason Weber, Andrew Ham, CS Neon 2000, Shane Kirby, JS, Eric Grosjean, Rob, Nicholas Brownie, Big Beer 83, Dare Dare, King Benson, Derek Bell, Alan Hansen, Rob Hassal, Stephen K, Arnau, John J, Emaren Stewart, Anthony Panullo, Jared Hughes, Rob Jewett, Eric McKenzie, Daniel McCormack Smell, Max G, David Griffiths, Victor, Corey Trickler, Lugubrious Camhorn, Liram Shohan, Soil CFF, 3Gs, Marco Parasnik, James Coplin, Rogelio Thomas, Wandering Paria, Quintan Go, TDSS Productions, Jay Hoover, Nicholas Acebar, Minis by Eb, Benji Lin, Emily Queen of Sloth, Nicholas Davis, Agon David, Pablo Cuesta, Benjamin Barbert, Pumpkin Hill, Chris Black, Mateus Babiuk, Andrew Michesko, Aaron Miller, Jack Stein, Stephen Zimmerman, Tom, Martin Reveroa, Seshwal, Matt Wallis, Robert Macmillan, Hendrik, Chester Ross, Adam Foots, Tyler Hughes, Chris G, Allman Gaming, Spacey Joe, Mark Watson, Hamish Donald, Matthew Lang, Stavros Starbo, Mark Regueira, Romainas Miniatura, Jazz Rex, Dr. Cathaver, Angelos Alexos, Des, Joseph Nicole Ancona, Antoine Darvon, Mark Valencourt, Felix Frankie, Aaron Versten, Daniel Ramin, Volsi, Terry Tenham, Planche, Beyond, Howard Holville, Stephanie All, Stephen Rockford, Royan Nilsson, Oscar Jonathan Tolberg, Nick Nguyen, Dan Mako Cristalios, Mark Bartos Wadensky, Kevin Miada, Sifarar, Natius Maximus, Javi Mota, Alan Thaxton, Heather Amsted, Mark Jarvis, Fergal, Joe Simpson, Christoph Moret, Diego Perez, G-Force, Dr. V, AB, Renat Lindemann, Kieran Multher, Andrew Dyer, and Kevin Sullers. And as for me, I will catch you in the next one. Bye!